I hope all of you must be safe and have started your classes, or you have started reading, learning. I will request every one of you to learn properly, because once I teach one subject or some topic, I expect from everyone that they will learn by themselves. Self-learning is needed. Also, I want to say something that when before your puja vacations, I think Durga Puja vacations will be from October. Can anybody tell me what is the date when Durga Puja is starting? I think it is in 3rd week of October, if I am not wrong. So before Durga Puja vacations, I want everyone to submit the assignment. What assignment I have given? I have asked you, I have asked each and every student to prepare a MCQ questions. Minimum 30 questions should be there. Maximum you can make more number of questions also, but at least minimum 30 questions should be there regarding cyber security, which will cover your topic. So before Durga Puja vacation, everyone needs to submit. I think it is clear to you all. Now, I am just sharing my screen. Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Today we will learn about hacktivism. What is hacktivism? Hacktivism is the, does anyone have any idea about hacktivism? This is the new term. So I don't know how many of you will have idea about hacktivism. No idea. No idea about hacktivism. Okay. So let me explain. Hacktivism is
a group of hackers.
A group of hackers. Something more, or
that perform hacking illegally, like anonymous.
Yes. What's your name? Please tell your name also.
Ma'am, Nilangshu Maji.
Good. Anyone else?
Activity of hackers.
An activity of hackers. Okay. Is my voice audible? Am I audible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Someone wrote that she is not able to listen. That is why. So hacktivism is the art of misusing a computer system or network for a socially or politically motivated reason. There can be several reasons due to which the computer systems or network security is compensated by misusing it. Hacktivism is meant to call the public's attention to something the hacktivist believes is an important issue or cause. Maybe for some good cause, the hacktivism is trying to draw the attention. So, to draw the attention of others, the hacktivist is adopting a method. Just look into the details. Hacktivism is a collection of two words, hack and activism. It is the use of computer-based techniques such as hacking as a form of civil disobedience to promote a political agenda or social change. We can say that it is an amalgamation of the words hacking and activism. Amalgamation means collection. The use of technology to publicly communicate or further a political cause through the unauthorized use or disruption of a computer service. This is known as hacktivism. Let us go to the definition. Hacktivism is a social or political activist act that is carried out by breaking into and wreaking havoc on secure computer systems. Hacktivism is usually directed at corporate government targets. The people or groups that carry out hacktivism are referred to as hacktivists. Hacktivists targets include religious organizations, terrorists, drug dealers, and pedophiles. Pedophiles is a new term for you all. I will like every one of you to search, to look into Google for this word. Can any one of you tell me the meaning of it? Pedophiles? If not, search Google and tell me in the latter classes. An example of hacktivism is denial of service attack, which shut down a system to prevent customer access. Denial of service attack is it is just one of the method of denial of service, to shut down a system to prevent computer access. Sometimes it can happen that the network is flooded with messages, so the intended user and receiver cannot use it. That is,
Ma'am,
yes,
that's called ma'am DDoS attack, na? When
yes,
distributed denial of
yes,
service.
yes, DDoS attack. No, it's a form of denial of service attack only. Distributed denial of service.
Okay.
Other examples involve providing citizens with access to government censored web pages or providing privacy protected means of communications to threatened groups. Who are threatened groups? Such as Syrians during the Arab Spring. That is just an example. For more, you can look into web. It will give you the full, what is the meaning, how they are at threat. You will get that. Actually, cybersecurity is an upcoming topic that is introduced by Macau. So it can happen that you all can add something to this topic. This means you can also search net, you can also explain some technology where the growth or different aspects of cyber security is there, different types of attacks, type of attackers. So this is a upcoming subject, where this is not very old subject. Few years back we never heard about cyber security. When we were student, we never heard. Again, hacktivism is a mix of hacking and activism, and is said to have been coined by the hacktivist group Cult of the Dead Cow, CDC. So what are the key takeaways? Hacktivism involves breaking into a computer system and making changes that affect a person or organization. Targets range from religious organizations to drug dealers and pedophiles. Again, this term is used. Some activists use hacktivism and in-person protesting. In-person protesting means protest for something, for some agenda, through person, in person. Example include Occupy Wall Street and Church of Scientology protests. Okay. Activisms are actually hacktivism, not activism, sorry. Hacktivists are actually individuals, but they are, all of you said that, two of you gave me the definition of activist, and two of you, I think, if I'm not wrong, you said that it is a group, but actually hacktivists are typically individuals. But there are also group of activists that operate in coordinated effort, such as anonymous. The majority of activists work anonymously. A hacktivist uses the same tools and techniques as a hacker, but does so in order to disrupt services and bring attention to a political or social cause. I can give you one more example also. Hacktivist might leave a highly visible message on the homepage of a website that gets a lot of traffic, or embodies a point of view that is being opposed, just to make something sensational, to bring something in limelight. This technique is used. Hacktivists also, like I have explained, that also they have used denial of service. But if we are talking about, like someone of you said that flooding of the network is distributed denial of service, DDoS. But generally, DDoS is not so popular with activists. They generally use DOS. Why DDoS is not that popular? Because DDoS is a silent method of affecting network. So they are not kind of interested in silent way of attack or something like that. They want to grab the attention, so they will attack in such a manner that they grab the attention. They can make people look at that discussed topic or agenda. How hacktivism work? Circumventing government censorship by helping citizens get around national firewalls, or helping protesters to organize online. Using social media platforms to promote human rights, or help censored citizens of oppressive regimes communicate with the outside world. So, hacktivists use social media also. Taking down government websites that pose a danger to politically active citizens. That means they put down the government websites, and some important websites, they put down that website so that the information, the relevant information is not available to the citizens of that country. Protecting free speech online, prompting access to information, supporting citizen uprisings. These are the main motive of activism or hacktivist. Assisting computer users in protecting their privacy and avoiding surveillance through secure and anonymous network such as TOR and the Signal messaging app. Disrupting corporate or government power, helping illegal migrants cross borders safely, supporting democracy, protesting globalization and capitalism, protesting act of war, halting the financing of terrorism. Supporting democracy, that means they do it in a good thought. All the hackers, their intention is not bad. Activism is mainly done not to steal the information from the intended user, but their aim is to bring something in limelight so that government or different agencies can take a stand. Hacktivist method may include distributed denial of service attack, which floods a website or email address with so much traffic that it temporarily shutdowns. Gives you the definition of DDoS. Data theft, website defacement. What is website defacement? Can anyone tell me what is website defacement?
I'm kind of server down.
No, not servers down. Defacement কথাটা কি মানে? What is the meaning of defacement? Website defacement is to generate some undesirable data information from the website. That means suppose the government income tax website is handled by the government to provide information, to provide several tax related information to the users. Here in this type of attack, maybe that website stops giving authenticated users the authentic or the required information. So that can be termed as website defacement. When you are trying to or actually it is done in good idea. That is website defacement. Type of hacktivism, what are the different types? Hacktivism uses a variety of techniques to get their message across. Some hacktivists use a variety of techniques to get their message are changing the code for website, such as government website, or software is done to display error or specific message to anyone who visits the site or uses the software. Website mirroring is when hacktivists replicate a legitimate website's content. Remember the term website mirroring, but with a slightly different URL. This technique is often used to get around censorships that blocks a particular site. If a website has been censored, the hacktivist will duplicate the content and attach it to a different URL on a mirror site so that content is accessible. So this is the definition of website mirroring. If anyone is having any confusion, then regarding the definition, then they can ask. I'm stopping for a minute to
ম্যাম
take.
ওয়েবসাইট মিররিং এর মতো তো লাগছে।
কি বলছো আবার থেকে বলো? ওয়েবসাইট মিররিং
কিছুটা ম্যাম ফিশিং এর মতো লাগছে, তো ফিশিং
ডিফেসিং এর জন্য লাগছে। ওয়েবসাইট দেখো, why they do website mirroring? Website mirroring means to replicate a legitimate website's content with slightly different URL. Generally they target government website. Why? Because the usage of government website is huge. Income tax website, if they are able to grab or they can change the URL of the income tax website, or some wrong information is given there, then a lot of people will be affected. Whereas if they change, say, some private website, their usage will be low as compared to the government website. Is it clear?
ওকে ম্যাম, ওকে ওকে।
Okay. Geo-bombing. What is geo-bombing? In which internet users add a geo tag to YouTube videos to enable display of the location of the video on Google Earth and Google Maps. Has been used by hacktivists to display the location of videos posted by political prisoners and human rights activists. Blogging anonymously is a tactic used by activists. Look, there is a new term, whistleblowers and journalists. Whistleblower is an English term, and dictionary wise its meaning is any act which generates the awareness among user. That act is called whistleblowing. This protects the blogger while providing a platform to speak out about an issue such as human rights violation and oppressive government regimes. I know this paper is a little bit theoretical paper, but as I said, this is interesting also because these days all these concepts are increasing. Cybersecurity is getting popular day by day. So maybe all the concepts are not only new to you, it is also new for me also. So I will ask again everyone to look for these. If there is any new development, anything new which you are able to understand, do share it with class. Leaking information is a popular tactic with activists. Typically, an insider source will access sensitive or so, which implies an individual, organization, or government agency in some kind of malicious activities and make it publicly available. Look, there is a website name also given. WikiLeaks has become a popular site for published leaked data. No one is saying anything. I'm just maintaining a silence of 1-2 minutes.
No, no, ma'am, we are understanding. We are understanding, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So I have already explained denial of service attack and doxing. It is the gathering of information. Look, here also a new term you get through hacking. It is clear, or social engineering. Now, what is social engineering? Is about a specific person or organization and making it public. Examples of activism. While there are thousands of activist groups worldwide, some of the better known for the 1990s to the present day Hacktivismo, Lulz Security, Anonymous, Legends of the Underground, The Electronic Disturbance, Theatre, Young India Hackers, August Terrorism. Is it clear that there are several examples? Look, these are famous example of hacktivist group worldwide. Anonymous is a decentralized international group that has become one of the most well-known hacktivist groups due to several high-profile attacks. These are the different examples. One is Anonymous, WikiLeaks, and then Lulz Security. I think there is nothing to explain. These points are clear. Lulz Security is a spin-off group of Anonymous. What is that? That means it is a sub-part of the group Anonymous. Some of the members of group Anonymous started this group. That is all for today. If there is any confusion, you can ask, or I will end the meeting. Nothing to ask? Should I end the meeting? No one is responding, so stay safe, stay at home.